this is why I said, make sure you're accumulating things that you're interested in. We even talked about the RSI. We talked about where we were in the extreme greed state. We talked about all these things, guys. I mean, again, nobody can predict the top, just like nobody can predict the bottom. But like, we've honestly been doing I've been doing extremely solid job on these TAs. I'm just saying. So again, if you guys haven't been kind of seeing and knowing what kind of it was looking like, look at our fear greed index, bro. Again, they were talking about that RSI, right? This is another indicator that I feel like we got to be close to a bottom, bro. We really have to be close to a bottom. Andrew Tate said like 50 something K or something. I'm like, bro, no, dummy. But I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but that is not normal to see in a Bitcoin correction. That would be like some kind of crazy black swan falling knife event. And I just don't think that that is what we're seeing here. You can see on our all-time chart. I've been saying accumulation zone, bro. Every time we drop down in here into this zone right here, has not historically been the best time to be accumulating Bitcoin. Every time, as a matter of fact, we've dropped down into this orange zone. I've told you guys that. And look what has happened every time that we've dropped into that orange zone. Now, I'm not telling you that just because this has happened in the past is necessarily going to happen in the future, but I will tell you that, again, we're in the orange zone here, getting pretty close to the red. Will we touch red? I don't really know, but I told you guys that I was a buyer in this zone, didn't I? I told you guys that at 96, right? You saw it on X. So I don't want anybody saying, yeah, but I don't think you said that. No, I did. I did. I've been saying it for weeks, months, even, that this is possibly going to happen. And again, I gave you the exact number. Like, how crazy is that? That's pretty spot on. So again, we're looking at that fear greed index, showing that this is an accumulation zone, showing that all-time fear is starting to set in. And then now we also have an RSI that's looking over here to be oversold, and it's at a 41 on the RSI. Yesterday it was lower, as a matter of fact. So again, are we going to start seeing that huge move happen soon? Are we going to start seeing some liquidations coming in on some of these shorts, some of these guys that are being greedy on the way down? One thing that you have to know about this market and why it's so volatile is, one, they don't want you to hold any Bitcoin, really. It's Bitcoin that they care about. They don't care about anything else, really. Maybe a little bit of Ethereum, maybe XRP a little bit, Solana a tiny bit, but they really don't care about anything but Bitcoin, just so you know that. And they don't want you to be accumulating Bitcoin. They don't want you to have no Bitcoin. So they're going to shake out your paper hands. Economy is going to get rough on you. Prices of things are going to go up. It's going to be crazy. Guys, we literally even talked about a stimulus check last year. I swear to you, I said, in times of stagflation, in times where the market is not moving, just moving sideways, our government will print money, and that's what a stimulus is. It's to stimulate the economy. This is exactly what happened last time during COVID, right before our market went absolutely ham. So again, I don't think that we're at the top of the cycle. Certain things indicate things that should be happening in the market. My concern with this administration, and again, I'm not trying to talk about nobody at all. I'm not being political on this at all. I'm speaking from a market standpoint, from a standpoint of I've seen this chart for the past 10 years. And the concern that I have is that there is a lot of big promises that are coming out, and some of them are getting done, right? We did lower the interest rate, but the thing is, we hyped up that interest rate drop. Like, there's a saying in stocks, and again, this is just a saying. This is not financial advice, but the saying is, buy the rumor, sell the news. So a lot of people will think that after these events happen, prices will go in a certain direction. And this is actually the opposite, right? Because I told you guys, these big whales, these big institutions, they're actually not your friend. They hate you. They want you poor, and they don't want you to eat any food. So that's why they will tell you, oh, Bitcoin's going to 1 million, da da da. They want you to put all your money. They want you to over leverage. And I'm here to tell you, you can win in cryptocurrency if you don't do that. If you don't over leverage, if you don't do the stupid newbie things, guys, one day it will register with somebody that what I'm saying is for you. It's not for me. It's not for anything else. It's because I want you to have skin in the game. And this is a volatile market. And there's so many people lying about it. I even made a post on X. I said, they're lying to you. Straight up. I said, they're lying to you. All these people that are bullish right now, all these people, see, look, they're lying to you. November 12th. I've been talking about this. talking about this. My exact price target. I put a target right here. Why? You saw in the video. I told you 102. 102. I said it on October 29th, and I said on the 11th, boom, we hit 102. And now guess what? It's the 14th, and we hit 96. And guess what? There's a chance that we might see some more sell-off because, again, this is happening going into the weekend. And so I'm just a little bit concerned, but then at the same time, I'm not very concerned at all because there's a lot of indicators that show that we haven't found a top to our cycle, and there's a lot of indicators also that are showing that we might be pretty close to a bottom. Now, will we still have a bullish Q4 is the question, right? We're already about halfway through November. Can we start picking up by Thanksgiving even? I mean, Bitcoin could really be at 100K, and I'm not trying to now FOMO you, but Bitcoin can really shoot right back up to 100K. That's exactly how volatile this marketplace is. We see that Bitcoin is oversold now. We're seeing that the fear greed index is starting to look reasonable. Like I told you guys, I do not like when the market sentiment is going crazy. I don't like when, all your favorite YouTubers are saying that things are going to go to 1 billion and everything's going to 1,000,000x. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. When you start being a crypto more, you're not going to like that. You're going to be like, oh God, bro. And you're going to see how wildly not responsible that is. It really irks me. And I say it in every video, and I try not to call people out on certain things, but like, bro, people, when that massive liquidation happened, people literally like stopped being alive. And that is a reality of this market. And that's why I take into careful consideration the things that I say, because I don't want you guys to make bad decisions. Again, I'm not giving you any financial advice. You do what you want with your money. I'm just here to tell you the risks of kind of what can possibly happen, as well as just to give you my views as somebody who's been in this market for a long time. You could really capitalize off of the knowledge that I have. I don't want you guys to go out and make the same mistakes that I made. A lot of you guys already have made those mistakes. A lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because even as veteran traders, we have a lot of people, by the way, that watch this channel that have been trading for 10, 15, 20 plus years. Just so you guys know that we got people of every level on the economic scale. We got people that don't have a lot of money, and I got people that watch me that are millionaires. So again, they've been doing this for a long time. They know exactly what I'm talking about the rookie mistakes. And honestly, the fact that I see so many people on YouTube making rookie mistakes is why I'm so passionate about teaching people how this space actually moves, because a lot of people don't know, and then they'll turn on the camera and act like they know, and then they don't know. And it's very apparent once you see kind of how things play out, and then these people disappear. And I'm not trying to be somebody that disappears. I'm not trying to be somebody that says one thing and then goes the opposite way. Like, I try to give you guys an unbiased opinion of what can happen either way. I try to give you also the goods and the bads, right? We covered a lot of things in this video. I told you every bullish indicator, right? Our bullish indicators right now is our RSI and our fear greed index. And I showed you all the indicators that are showing that we might see another breakdown, which again, there's a good amount of things that are showing that we need to see a breakdown. And in this situation, honestly, I do think that it's more likely that we do see a little bit more sell-off, just because, again, it's the weekend, the trend is going down, and there's a couple of bear indicators on a couple of different charts, more things that are pointing down than up. But again, that's because we're in a downtrend, so things can always turn around. But I try to look for more bullish confirmations. I told you guys even what my level of confirmation would be, right? I told you 100K, right? Well, guess what, guys? I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to everything that I've been saying for months. I'm not giving you any financial advice. You could see how right I am. A lot of people like to try to bet against me. That's fine. We can make a little gentleman's bet on the side if you think that the market is going to go ham from right now. I mean, again, there's a chance, right? I told you guys every bullish indicator, the things that can happen, and then there's some indicators that things could go down. I told you guys my stance. If you want to try to bet against me, I love it. I welcome it.